Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for another week with Mirree's Dreamtime messages. I hope you had a wonderful week. We did get some really cool cards from last week, and I hope that they brought you some really great benefits in adding some, guidance and positivity into your life with the animals, which they always do. Especially when we can spend some time in nature. I want to thank everyone for being here today on my channel, and your energy is always so valuable to me, and I appreciate everybody, and I thank you so much for everybody's likes, comments and shares, and with your friends and family, as this helps me to bring out even more awesome content for you guys. And if you haven't brought your Dreamtime card deck, now is a really great time, because we've only got 11 weeks now until Christmas, which is including this one. And my name is Mirree, and I'm the artist behind all the artworks that you see on my socials and my website. I try to create 50 to 100 paintings per year. And that's, if time permits me to do that. Sometimes some years are busier than others, and other times I have more time to do them. And so the week is going to be starting the 13th of October and running until the 19th. And so another brand new week. I can't believe it's only 11 weeks until Christmas. How did that creep up so quickly? And keeping an eye on the cycles within nature and life, and especially in relation to the animals, which really gives us a boost in our life and gives us a really strong connection and meaningful life when we can tune into these natural rhythms of life. These were the 3 cards we pulled out last week with the crocodile. You know that you've been working on something that's been so challenging, and because we know that part of our power is in this challenging situation, and so that is what the crocodile is telling us. We need to draw back our power. That was what it was telling us last week, if we didn't already know. And so sometimes that can be very challenging in facing that. But the rewards come, and it may not be right away, but it does come. And I found myself being in the past in many challenging situations that are really connected to the crocodile energy. And so it makes us stronger in the end. And the other card that we pulled out was with the dingo. I am advancing, letting us know that we were coming at a crossroads. We may have been beginning or ending something, and so this was related to the crocodile, what the crocodile was bringing. And the other card we pulled out was with the lady beetle, letting us know that in order to overcome what we were going through for the week, it was important to bring joy and a recognition of our inner child, so that we could get through any adversity during that time. And so I hope you had such a wonderful week with those cards. Now, in relation to the moon that I want to be telling you guys about, the waning gibbous moon. The waning gibbous moon is happening right now and will last until Tuesday. And so the waning gibbous moon is, roughly runs for about 7 days. And it relates to gratitude, and having the self-care practice is having ideas, focus, organizing, and having intentions during that stage. And so when we have a guideline that we can follow, it helps us to navigate our life a lot easier when we have the intentions pumped into it. And the intentions can be like our roadmap, and we can see, a lot clearer where we're going. It's best to have intentions throughout your daily life, so that things aren't just operating on default. you know, and, you know, that's when other people can also influence our lives when we don't have our own intentions that we want out of a situation. So it's important to, you know, make a list in your journal and write out everything you feel grateful for in your life during this time, which will help you manifest more of what you feel happy about. Making a list such as this will allow you to focus on the very things that is bringing in the happiness. And so that it's a good time to do that now up until Tuesday. And Tuesday turns into the third quarter moon. And so the third quarter moon really only lasts for one day. And so it's important to take advantage of this energy during this time in order to practice forgiveness. That's a good day for bringing in any forgiveness towards yourself or others, anything that maybe others have done to you, or maybe you feel let down by yourself. And so it's a really great time in order to practice forgiveness in your journal for that time. And so after Tuesday, there's going to be a waning crescent moon, and that goes for 7 days. And that will last until Tuesday next week, which will be the new moon on Tuesday next week. And so that's a good time to surrender anything that is that is outside of your control during this time. There's nothing that you need to do other than surrender to the idea that your dream will come about for you. Allow yourself to give up any resistance that you feel in relation to your dream or relation to any action or goals that you want to take or intentions that you're wanting to come about during this time. And so the self-care is that is great to do during this time is rest, rejuvenate, recharge, recuperate, you know, and write also in your journal. And so that's just helping you to navigate your way through your week as well, to do with the cycles of the moon, and which we are all strongly connected to. And so now let's have a look and see the cards that are going to be coming up for us this week. Now that it's a brand new week and you know, full of fresh ideas and opportunities. And so, you know, now's a good time to get your card deck if you haven't got one, because you can follow along with the guidebook that comes with it, the 100-page, and your 36 glossy cards with the golden edge on the sides. And every week I cleanse myself with dried sage, white sage, and also the cards, so that we can always get the fresh outlook that we're looking for with the guidance of the animals and God. And so always shuffle the cards and draw 3 cards every week, so that we can get some guidance during troubled times and uncertainty. And the first card that we drew out this week is with the Black Swan. I am intuitive, letting us know when I give myself permission to trust in my inner guidance, which expands the wisdom of my soul. I love always getting the Black Swan is a great card to get. You've got the dragonflies in there and the lotus down the bottom, and you know, it's going on a journey as like our intuition when we are wanting to uncover pieces of ourselves. We want to go on a journey and trust in ourselves and trust in where we're going, so that we can uncover the missing pieces of our soul. And so if we have a look in the guidebook, the card is number 34, and it's on page 81. Are you feeling broken, or maybe you seem to have some pieces of the missing puzzle of your life that haven't come back together yet? Black Swan is going to guide you on your journey as you venture into unknown territories to find the missing pieces of yourself. And so the action step this week is letting you know that your soul is going to thrive by taking some action, to push yourself to explore your inner boundaries. This will enable you to venture into unknown places within your soul and territories you haven't been to before. Trust in your own inner guidance through the process of your heart and soul. Meditation and music will greatly assist you during this time by expanding this knowledge of your inner beauty, and it's a beautiful thing. Allow yourself the time to be open to explore yourself more during this time without any judgments or restrictions which could have been placed upon you from the past or from people that weren't very good to you in previous experiences. So you're going to go on a journey this week, whether it's a small one or a trip in the car or a meditative one, where you can journey within yourself through the use of meditation, healing, song or dance, or art, which is highly beneficial to you right now. Use this time wisely to expand the knowledge of your inner beauty. And so, yeah, you're uncovering pieces of yourself this week. This will help you to make the further expand yourself to, the places that you want to go. And so, this is going to be really helpful for you during this time. And so, it's important that you use some time this week so that you can do some meditation or focusing in on this to get to build this part of yourself stronger in order to make that expansion of yourself easier. And hard and or shitty experiences, that's the other I know I shouldn't say that word, but experiences, they make us and they help us be very strong. And especially when we can recognize that that was a lesson or that person is not serving our good. And, it takes courage to say that to yourself. And so, not everybody has to know the knowledge of you and what you know, okay? So that's for you to protect yourself. So it's important that, that you keep that in mind as well. So let's have a look and see the next card that we drew out this week. So it may be a bit of a busy week this week. The other card that we pulled out is with Dragonfly. I am blissful. When I give myself time to recharge, I become calm and my energy flows naturally into bliss. And so, you're actually going through a cycle. You could be ending it, or, you could be on the tail end of it, or you could be just starting to recognize what that might be and how far back it may be playing out. And you could be very happy because you know that it's going to be ending soon, or you could be very happy because you're just starting to recognize what that may be. And so, so the dragonfly helps us to detach our energy from the energy of whatever is not serving us to do with that pattern. And so if we have a look in the guidebook about the dragonfly, it's on page 23 and it's card number 5. When I slow myself down, I can begin to understand what kind of transformation I'm going through and what stage I'm currently at in my life. And so allow the rush of the flight to take you into unknown territories within yourself never ventured before, so that you may begin to gather pieces of your hidden world. And so it's coming up with the theme again to do with the transformation and the hidden pieces of our soul that we are gathering at this time. And so, we may be freaking out, or we may be uncertain because this is not familiar and we want it to be familiar. But sometimes in order for us to find even greater opportunities, experiences and greater happiness, we have to move beyond our feelings of comfort. And so the action step this week to do with the dragonfly: let go of all doubts and trust in what comes next. If you're feeling indecisive, slow down, relax, breathe, and the answer will come. So, when we allow more time to relax, we can understand more, and this leads to flashes of insight. If you can produce the relaxation, if you can practice this relaxation mode for yourself, it will feel like you're going really fast due to the fact you have more of an open understanding of yourself. And you know, these ideas may seem really radical, but it's actually very practical, down to earth and grounded in what I'm saying, because this has come from personal experience myself. And so, which allows you to make the necessary changes you want that will propel yourself forward. And so this puts you in more control over your destiny and what direction you want to take with it, which could lead you to more areas of transformation within your work or in relation to connection with others that you may be needing at this time. And also it regulates your nervous system. And so the more you practice this relaxation mode, the more you can handle when anything comes your way. And so, you know, and that's a really great skill to have, especially during this day and age when, you know, we're always rushing around and fast-paced world, and, you know, coming up against all sorts of different people, and, you know, people that may not be serving us. And so, you know, and you know, these experiences to do with people that aren't serving us can, you know, cause us hurt, and they can cause us pain. And so, you know, when we're up against those kind of people, we want to be able to choose what we want to do in a situation like that. We want to be able to say no, thank you, or we want to be able to go, you know, go, okay, thanks very much, but no thank you, and take yourself into a different direction. And so we've been pulling a third card now probably for the last few months, and you know, that's just really helping us to get some more answers to do with the two cards that we pulled out, and it kind of gives us the ultimate solution really to our week. And so how awesome is that? You know, because we're always wanting to look for the clarity and the answers that we're seeking during this time. And because it's not always easy to have those answers. And so looks like it's going to be very important for us to have resilience during this time of this week, especially to do with Camel. I am trusting. When I give myself the strength to keep going with my goals, I trust that I will reach my end result regardless of any challenge. And so if we have a look in the guidebook on page 35, we can find the camel. And you know, what gives you strength to keep going every day? Is it someone that inspires you? Is it a loved one? Is it the very thought of you, of thought that you want to focus on, the very thought that you want to focus on to make a change in your world, a dream you inspire, or maybe a memory that holds some kind of meaning to you? Whatever it is, it may be the key to endurance during this time. And so, you know, whatever it is that keeps you going every day, I know that my father is a great source of inspiration for me, but I also the other thing that's a great source of inspiration for me is my birds, and also my art is a great source of inspiration, and God as well. And so you know, I have like a few different things there that give me my inspiration, and I'm sure there's probably many for you as well that give you strength and courage to keep going inside and to keep moving along your with your goals. Because, you know, everybody's struggling with something during this time, and so it's also very important to be kind to others. no matter what. And so if you are having some doubts about yourself during this time on your path due to unforeseen challenges, don't let this get you down. Use your strength to get through this time, because it won't last, and it's ultimately a result of your actions anyway. So when you can see yourself in the scene and go, oh gosh, I've been here for some time, but now I've recognized that I've outgrown this situation now, and I'm no longer learning here, I'm no longer happy here, and I can no longer do the things that I want to do that I was doing before, because I don't like where I am anymore. And so, you know, that is really great, even though you may feel like all these doubts and all these shitty things that you're feeling. You know, it's ultimately great because you're recognizing that you can make a change and that you can have a plan to make something much more happier for yourself. So the purpose of the camel is to show you the great inner strength that you have inside. And so turn any challenge you're having right now into an opportunity for you to strengthen your position and your dreams. The action step this week is you must believe in yourself during any times of challenge that are coming your way. Now's not the time to give up. Continue on your quest to fulfill your dreams. Every little bit of action goes a long way right now, so slow and steady steps will get you there. And so that is the message of the camel. So, you know, the key to your expansion basically is your strength. And so, you know, that is, you know, having that kind of guidance can be, you know, awe-inspiring, and having that kind of guidance can be, can give us that strength that we're needing inside, can give us that motivation that will help us to keep going, and you know, it can give us so much. And so the 3 cards that we pulled out this week is with the Black Swan, letting us know that it's important to go on a spiritual journey, a little journey, a meditative one, or maybe a physical one in the car, or a walk down the road to your favorite nature place. And whatever it may be, go on a little journey this week so that you can start to tune in to your inner guidance in order to expand the wisdom within your soul. And the other card we pulled out is with the dragonfly, letting us know that when we become calm, our energy flows back into bliss and we can recharge ourselves. We can understand the transformation that we're going through and just look at it in ways, you know, of reality. This is how it is, but we may not see it because there's all these different people around us and we're having all these different experiences, but really it's just us, it's just you wanting to have a better experience through whatever is there. And so, and the other card we pulled out was with the camel, you know, reflecting back at us our great strength that we have inside to overcome whatever is happening during this time, and letting you know that it won't last long. And so I hope everyone has an awesome week with these 3 cards. I really love the cards that we pulled out for this week. And I wanted to quickly just show you the full view of the painting that I've been working on, my new painting that I started this week. I've almost finished it, simply because, like, this one's going to be actually listed in the online store. I wanted to quickly tell you about it because Jesus was conceived by the Holy Spirit, and this is the Holy Spirit painting which inspired me back in 2022 to do with my art, even though it's been around a lot longer since I even started, but it came into my life even more stronger at 2022. And so I'm actually doing a large one for a customer at the moment, but doing this small one so that I can ensure that the colors and everything are right but some lucky person is going to get this one, because I'm going to be listing it in the store. And the other one that I did previously already went to somebody else, so now I'm going to be listing this one very soon, which is the smaller version of the larger one that I'm going to be doing for some special customer. But yeah, and I've put the strong intentions out there to do with this Holy Spirit, and that I may even be including a Holy Spirit prayer with this as well. And so you know, Jesus was conceived by the Holy Spirit and born of the Virgin Mary, you know, and the Holy Spirit can be working so gently in your life at this very moment, and you wouldn't even be realizing, because it so can come in any way, shape or form. And that's what is so special about the energy of the Holy Spirit. And so I hope that when I finish this one that you'll check it out, because I'll be finishing this one today actually when I finish this video. So yeah, and it's got such beautiful metallic colors in this one, just like the other one did, but it has the earthy tones with just like a hint of blue in there. And so yeah, so I just wanted to share that one with you. I have so much more to share to do with the Holy Spirit, but I don't want to make this video too long, and I'm hoping that you'll check out more information on the listing anyway. And so yeah, I'll be listing also the painting, the finish of the painting video coming up, you know, because I don't do AI videos. Everything that you see is what you get, so there's no hidden tricks or anything, okay? And including this video as well. So yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful week this week, and I will see everyone again. And I wanted to say thank you very much for all your prayers and your warm wishes towards me to do with when I was sick. And you know, I'm well and truly better now, and I'm just gonna keep getting better and better all the time. And I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Bye.